Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about something that has the power to truly, profoundly change your life if you're willing to watch it, internalize it, and live by it every single day. Imagine a version of yourself that wakes up each morning feeling empowered, confident, and clear about who you are and what you want. Imagine a life where you're not only chasing dreams, but actually living them. Change doesn't happen overnight, but it can start today. You don't need a perfect plan, perfect resources, or even perfect timing to begin transforming your life. What you need is a commitment to the journey, your journey, and a willingness to watch and listen to what lifts you up every single day. I want you to wake up and ask yourself, what do I want my life to look like? Visualize it. Feel it. This vision can be more than just a picture in your mind. It can be your guiding compass. When you start your day by reminding yourself of the person you're becoming, you're setting the tone for greatness. So let today be the day you commit to a new way of being, a life full of growth, gratitude, and purpose. You are the author of your story, and there is no limit to what you can create. You don't need to wait for circumstances to be ideal or for someone to tell you you're ready. You are ready. Right here, right now, you have everything you need to start changing your life. The power of intentionality. When you set an intention, you're doing more than just creating a to-do list or making a plan. You're planting a seed in the fertile ground of your life. You're telling the universe, I am here. I am showing up for myself. I know who I am, and I know what I want. This is where intentionality begins, with clarity, with knowing deep down that you're worth every effort you're about to make. Intentionality means taking every moment, every action, and aligning it with the vision of who you want to become. It means you're not just letting life happen to you, you're happening to life. You see, intention is a powerful thing because it's about conscious choice. So many people drift through their days reacting to what's thrown at them, feeling like life is something they need to survive or just get through. But intention flips the script. Intention says, I have a choice. I am a creator. When you live intentionally, you're saying that every decision, every thought, every breath you take can carry purpose, can have direction, can bring you closer to where you want to be. This is not just about big dreams or grand goals either. It's about every single moment of your life. Intentionality is about choosing how you show up right here, right now. It's asking yourself, what do I want to bring into this day? How do I want to feel at the end of it? What energy do I want to leave behind in each place I go, with each person I meet? Because when you start your day with a clear intention, you begin to harness the power of that intention to guide every step, every decision, every interaction. Now, let's talk about what happens when you get serious about your intentions. The world starts responding to you differently. When you carry that energy, people feel it. They see that light in you, doors start opening. Opportunities arise. Then things that you may have thought were out of reach suddenly start aligning in your favor because you are intentional about them. This isn't magic, it's magnetism. It's about showing the world that you're ready, that you're clear, that you're focused on what matters. But I want you to understand this. Intentionality also means being aware of what you are allowing into your life. It's choosing every day not to let distractions, negativity, or doubt pull you off your path. It's saying no to things that don't serve you so you can say a more powerful yes to things that do. It's recognizing that your energy is sacred. And when you guard it fiercely, you create space for more of what lights you up, more of what brings you joy, more of what gives you purpose. Intentionality is also a kind of liberation. It frees you from aimlessly wandering, from following paths that aren't meant for you. When you set an intention, you stop wasting energy on things that don't bring you closer to your truth. You become more discerning, more selective, and suddenly your life feels fuller, more meaningful, more deeply rooted in purpose. The truth is, living with intention is an act of self-love. It's giving yourself permission to want the best, to go after the best, and to believe that you deserve the best. It's telling yourself that you're not here to merely exist, you're here to thrive, to shine, to live a life that reflects the beauty and power within you. So every morning as you open your eyes, take a deep breath and set an intention for your day. Start small, but make it meaningful. Ask yourself, who do I want to be today? What energy do I want to bring? What is one thing I can do to align with my purpose right now? You might be surprised by how much power lies in a single question, in a single moment of clarity. Because when you live with intention, you're not waiting for life to give you direction, you're giving direction to your life. You're making a conscious decision to be fully present, fully alive, fully committed to the path you're creating. And that, my friends, is the real magic. Be relentlessly grateful. Gratitude, it's more than just saying thank you. It's more than a quick thought before a meal or a fleeting moment of appreciation. Gratitude is a way of living, a way of being, a powerful force that can change everything about your life. When you are relentlessly grateful, you're not just grateful for the big, obvious things. You're grateful for everything. The sunlight coming through your window, the warmth of your morning coffee, the quiet moments you get to spend with yourself. Gratitude, true and relentless gratitude, isn't about waiting for extraordinary things to happen so you can feel good. It's about finding the extraordinary in what you already have, in who you already are. When you choose gratitude, you begin to shift how you see the world. You're training your mind to look for beauty, for blessings, for little miracles in the mundane. And let me tell you, when you live in a state of relentless gratitude, life shows up differently. It's as if the universe responds to your appreciation. You start to see more to be thankful for because gratitude has a magnetic quality. It attracts more of what you're grateful for. Gratitude is like a muscle. The more you practice it, the stronger it gets. So what would it look like to be relentless in your gratitude? What would happen if you didn't just count your blessings when it was convenient, but actively searched for them, even on the hard days? Because that's when gratitude truly shines, when life isn't going perfectly, when things are challenging, when you're feeling stretched thin. Relentless gratitude says, even now, especially now, I'm going to find something to be thankful for. Now, I know there are days when gratitude feels like the last thing you want to lean into. Days when it feels like the world is against you, when things just aren't going your way. But that's precisely when gratitude has the power to lift you up. When you're in the thick of struggle, gratitude is a hand that pulls you out, that reminds you of all the good that still exists, all the reasons you still have to keep going. Because gratitude isn't about ignoring your pain or pretending everything is perfect. It's about acknowledging that, even amid challenges, there is light, there is hope. There is something worth celebrating, no matter how small it may seem. Gratitude transforms your perspective. It reminds you that yes, life is filled with trials, but it's also filled with treasures. And the more you train your mind to focus on those treasures, the more resilient you become, the more joy you create. Gratitude, relentless gratitude, keeps your heart open to the possibilities, to the blessings that are all around you. I want you to take a moment and think about the things in your life that often go unnoticed. The people who support you without needing recognition, the small comforts that make your day just a little bit easier, the skills and talents you've been blessed with that allow you to thrive. When you stop and notice, really notice, you start to see that there is so much to be grateful for, so much abundance, even in the smallest things. And when you appreciate what you have, you open the door to receiving more. Invest in self-care like it's your job. Let me tell you something that I know for sure. You are the foundation of everything in your life. Your dreams, your relationships, your work, your impact, they all start with you. And self-care, true self-care, is not a luxury, not a side project, not a weekend treat. It is essential. It's the ground you build on, the fuel you need to keep moving forward. And when I say invest in self-care like it's your job, I mean it. Because my friend, your well-being is your business. When you're on an airplane, they always tell you to put on your oxygen mask first before helping others. And the same goes for life. If you're running on empty, giving all your energy to everyone, everything else, how can you possibly be the person you're meant to be? Self-care isn't just about feeling good in the moment. It's about nurturing yourself so you can bring your best to the world, so you can sustain your strength, so you can show up fully for the people and passions that matter most. Now, I know that some of you might feel guilty about taking time for yourself. Maybe you're used to being the one who's always giving, always helping, always putting others first. But let me tell you this, self-care is not selfish. Self-care is survival, it's thriving. It's saying, I deserve to feel whole. I deserve to feel good. I deserve to be well. And when you invest in your own wellness, you're not just doing it for yourself, you're doing it for everyone around you. Because the healthier, happier, and more grounded you are, the more you have to give. Think of self-care as your ultimate act of self-respect. You would never leave a precious plant unwatered, never let your home fall apart from neglect. So why would you let yourself run dry? Investing in self-care means recognizing that you matter. It's waking up every day and making a choice. Today, I am going to honor myself. Today, I am going to give my body, my mind, my soul what it needs. It means listening to yourself, trusting yourself, being there for yourself in the same way you'd show up for a loved one. And let's be clear, self-care is about more than just rest. It's also about growth. It's about nourishing your mind, feeding your spirit, expanding your horizons. Investing in self-care is saying yes to the books that inspire you, the classes that challenge you, the experiences that fill your heart with joy. Self-care is about keeping your mind sharp, your soul alive, your dreams alive and well. And let's not forget that self-care is also about self-compassion. Life is hard sometimes. We all make mistakes, we all fall down, but self-care means treating yourself with kindness, with understanding, with love. It's giving yourself permission to be human, to be imperfect, to grow at your own pace. It's knowing that you don't have to have it all figured out to deserve peace, to deserve joy, to deserve care. Investing in self-care means looking in the mirror and saying, I am worthy right here, right now, just as I am. And remember, this is your life. You have the right to make choices that are good for you. You don't need permission. You don't need anyone's approval. You have the power to decide that you matter, that your wellness matters, that your peace of mind is non-negotiable. So go ahead, invest in self-care like it's your job, because it is. It's the most important job you'll ever have.
Stay curious. Stay open.
Curiosity, it's one of the most powerful tools we have, and yet so many of us forget to use it. Somewhere along the way, we start thinking we've seen it all, heard it all, figured it all out. But let me tell you, the moment you think you know everything, the moment you close yourself off to learning, that's the moment you start to lose out on all that life has to offer. Staying curious and staying open is about embracing the fact that there is always more. More to learn, more to discover, more to feel, more to understand. Curiosity is like a bridge. It's a bridge that connects us to new experiences, to different perspectives, to parts of ourselves that we may have never explored. When you choose to stay curious, you're saying, I am willing to keep growing. I am willing to keep evolving. You're opening yourself up to transformation. Because listen, life is always moving, always changing, and when you stay curious, you're flowing right along with it. You're not stuck in old patterns, old beliefs, or outdated ideas. You're adaptable, resilient, alive. When you stay curious, you're not afraid of being wrong. You're not afraid of the unknown. When you commit to staying curious, you give yourself the freedom to grow beyond any limitations, to break through any barriers. You're not confined by what's comfortable or familiar. You're willing to step into the unknown, willing to explore the edges of your comfort zone. Curiosity, real curiosity, leads to courage. It leads to resilience. It leads to a life that is rich, full, meaningful. So ask the questions, seek the answers, be willing to change, to be moved, to be amazed. Keep that fire of curiosity burning within you. Let it guide you, let it guide you, let it expand you, let it fill your life with wonder and possibility. Because when you stay curious, when you stay open, you stay free. And that, my friend, is the true magic of life. Find strength in challenges. Life will hand you challenges. That is a guarantee. None of us can escape it. The unexpected obstacles, the tough times, the days when it feels like the world is heavy on your shoulders, these moments, as difficult as they are not here to break you. They're here to reveal your strength. They're here to show you that there is a power, a resilience within you that you may not even know exists yet. Finding strength in challenges isn't about pretending that everything is easy or denying the pain of hardship. It's about looking deep within yourself and realizing that you have more courage, more endurance, more grace than you may have ever imagined. Challenges are like mirrors. They reflect back to us who we are and who we can become. When you're in the middle of a storm, it's easy to feel small, to feel like the waves are too high, the wind's too strong. But there is something beautiful, something extraordinary about leaning into that storm, planting your feet firmly on the ground and saying, I am still here. I will not be defeated. Every time you face a challenge, you have a choice. You can shrink, you can give up, or you can choose to grow, to rise, to find a strength that only reveals itself in times of struggle. And let me tell you something, strength is not about not feeling fear. Strength is about feeling the fear and moving forward anyway. It's about acknowledging your doubts, your insecurities, your pain, and saying, I may not have all the answers, I may not know how this will end, but I am going to keep going. Strength is about resilience, about endurance, about having the courage to face whatever comes your way, even when it feels impossible. Challenges teach us things we would never learn otherwise. They teach us patience, because sometimes all we can do is wait, endure, trust that things will eventually get better. They teach us empathy, because when you go through something difficult, you gain a deeper understanding of what others might be going through. They teach us gratitude, because when you make it through a hard time, you begin to appreciate every moment of peace, every small joy, every breath of calm. Challenges shape us, mold us, transform us. When you find strength in challenges, you're not just surviving, you're evolving, you're becoming more resilient, more capable, more compassionate. And my friend, every time you overcome a challenge, you are building a legacy. You are creating a story of resilience, a story of courage, a story that says, I faced the fire and I came through stronger. And that story, that resilience, becomes a light, a beacon for others who may be struggling. Sometimes finding strength means asking for help. It means reaching out, leaning on those who love you, knowing that you don't have to carry everything alone. There is no weakness in seeking support. In fact, it takes tremendous strength to say, I need you right now. Because part of finding strength is recognizing that we are all connected, that we are stronger together, that we can hold each other up when times get tough. And when you lean into that support, you're not only honoring yourself, you're also giving others permission to do the same. Remember, every challenge you face becomes a part of your story. And when you come through to the other side, you carry that story with you, a story of resilience, of courage, of growth. And that story isn't just yours, it becomes a gift. It becomes something you can share with others, a light you can shine for someone else who might be going through a similar struggle. When you find strength in challenges, you are not just lifting yourself up, you're creating a ripple of strength that touches everyone around you. So hold on to the belief that there is a purpose in every struggle, that there is growth hidden in every challenge. Trust that life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. And as you face each challenge, remember you have the strength to rise above, the courage to keep going, the resilience to come through stronger than ever before. Because there is greatness in you, a greatness that no challenge can take away. Take responsibility for your happiness. Happiness, it's something we all want, something we all deserve. But let me tell you, happiness isn't something that just happens to us. It isn't something that magically appears when the stars align or when everyone around us behaves exactly the way we want them to. Happiness is a choice. And not just a one-time choice, but a decision we make moment by moment, day by day. Taking responsibility for your happiness means reclaiming your power, deciding that you are in charge of how you feel, how you respond, and ultimately how you live. Now, this isn't easy. We all have times when life doesn't go our way, when we feel hurt or disappointed, when we look around and think, why me? Why is this happening to me? But when we put our happiness in the hands of other people or in circumstances that are outside of our control, we give away our power. We're saying, my happiness depends on what someone else does or what happens around me. But what if instead you chose to say, my happiness depends on me? What if you decided right here, right now, that you are responsible for creating your own joy, no matter what comes your way? Taking responsibility for your happiness is about realizing that you have the power to shape your own experience. Yes, things will happen that are beyond your control. People will disappoint you, situations will challenge you, life will throw curveballs that you never saw coming. But in every situation, you still have a choice. You have the power to decide how you respond, how you let it affect you, how you move forward. You can choose to dwell in bitterness, or you can choose to focus on what you can control, on what you can create, on the beauty that still exists. Happiness isn't about everything being perfect. It's about finding the beauty, the joy, the peace in what you already have right where you are. It's about shifting your perspective, choosing gratitude, focusing on what's good rather than what's missing. When you take responsibility for your happiness, you're telling yourself, I am enough. I have enough. There is enough right here, right now, for me to feel joy. And when you come from that place of inner abundance, life starts to look different. The little things become blessings. The small moments become precious. You realize that happiness isn't out there, it's right here, waiting for you to claim it. And let's talk about self-love, because taking responsibility for your happiness means loving yourself enough to prioritize your well-being. It means giving yourself permission to say no to anything that doesn't serve you, to let go of toxic people, to release the need for approval from others. When you take responsibility for your happiness, you stop looking for validation outside of yourself. You stop needing other people to make you feel whole, to make you feel worthy. You start to see that you are already whole, already worthy, and that your happiness is your gift to yourself. And taking responsibility for your happiness is about knowing that it's not just about you. When you are happy, when you are happy, when you are at peace, when you are grounded in joy, you radiate that energy to the people around you. Your happiness becomes a gift to others. It lifts them up, inspires them, reminds them that they too can choose joy, can choose peace. When you take responsibility for your happiness, you're not only changing your life, you're creating a ripple effect that touches everyone you encounter. Every day, in every moment, you have a choice. You can choose to let the world dictate your happiness, or you can choose to create it from within. You can choose to see what's wrong, or you can choose to focus on what's right. You can choose to hold on to hurt, or you can choose to forgive, to let go, to make room for love, for joy, for peace. And when you make that choice, when you take responsibility for your happiness, you're saying yes to life, yes to possibility, yes to the magic that exists in every moment, if only you're willing to see it. So, as we stand here together, let's commit to a new way of living. A way of life where we take ownership of our happiness, our joy, and our peace. Let's make a vow to ourselves, right here, right now, that we will no longer wait for someone else or some circumstance to hand us our happiness on a silver platter, because life doesn't work like that. True happiness, true fulfillment, those are gifts we give ourselves by the choices we make every day. Let's choose to find strength in challenges, to let our struggles shape us, not break us. Let's choose to stay curious, to keep our hearts and minds open to growth, to wonder, to the beauty of new perspectives. Let's choose to invest in self-care, honoring ourselves as a foundation for everything good we bring into the world. And let's choose to be relentlessly grateful, focusing on all that we have, all that we are, and all the magic that surrounds us. When we choose happiness from within, we unlock our power, our freedom. We step into the fullness of our lives, not just as passengers, but as captains, actively shaping our experience, radiating that light to everyone around us. So go forward and live your life boldly, live it joyfully, live it on your own terms. Embrace the truth that your happiness is in your hands and know that each day, each moment is a new opportunity to create it. Because when you own your happiness, you own your life.